Okay, so welcome to this module. So we would get started right away. But the first thing I want you to do is to get a book, okay, get a pen. Now, before you create a course, you have to write down the different topics you want to address in your course, right? So let's say it's more like a table of content, right? So put it down, have your information handy. If there are research you need to do them before now, or before you start writing, or when you've put them down on the book, right? This will help you to guide you, right? So it's always important to have a guide when creating an electronic course, right? Yeah, so now let's go straight to this Canva. Okay, so the first thing you do is to search for ebook. So we can have the size of an ebook, which is usually A4. So you go to the search at the top here, search bar. So type in ebook. Already have it here. Type in ebook. Then what? Search. Okay, so we have create blank. So like we've always done. So you have to create from the scratch, right? Because the truth is, it's going to be difficult to get the template that you want. Okay, so we are teaching you to be able to start from the scratch. Okay, so you click on create blank. Click on create blank. All right, so this is create blank. So we have a blank canvas right now. Okay. So usually the design they will pop up options for you to pick, but you just go back, click on going back. This is our empty canvas. So what you do, I need to show you this before I go on. You see this button by the below that has one on it. Click on it. The button helps you to it would it will bring out the pages in tools so that you can see and make decisions. So if you want to add any page after you're done with the first page, you click on the plus sign. Okay, either you click on the plus sign or you click on add below, or the plus sign with the shape. Click on it. Okay, so you can actually go back to 1 or go back to 2. Click on it, so it will create all the pages that you need. Okay, so if your ebook is 20 pages, you can create up to 20 pages here. Okay, so if I want to work on one, I click 1. Okay, once I click 1, I just click on this cancel. There's this X by the below by the left. Okay, click on it. It will take me to 1. This is 1 now. I can slide by the side. I will get 2. This is 3, and this is 4. Remember we created 4 pages. Okay, so I just want to show you this so that you understand how easy it is to create pages for your work. Now I will head to a course that I've created before, so we can use it as a guide. All right, let me go back to home. Click on home, back. Okay, so recent designs. I click on this one I've done before. Perfect. Now, so this is what we discussed at the introduction. Okay, so what I want to do now is to click on this the button below. Okay, the one with the 127 number. That means 127 pages has been created, just like we described earlier. All right, so I'll click on it. Good. So you can see these are this is a course that I've created before now. Okay. The next page is empty, so I'm going to work with the empty page to to get started, right? So the first thing you want to do is to create your cover page. Okay, so that means you've gotten your title. Remember, titling is important, and that's why I'm going to refer you to the copywriting course. Very important. Go through that secret in copywriting course. Go through it. Once you go through it, you can give a good and appealing title to your book, which is necessary. Okay, it's important. This course I'm teaching now, it's something anybody can do. Like even a student in secondary school can start making money from this. Okay, let's say he's good at creating and at making making hair. Okay, not to maybe making hair not to fall off for women now. Okay, taking off dandruff. I mean, they can just create a course on this. It's just to learn how to, after creating the course, we have to host it. Of course, it's secret, which is in all those things I mentioned, the pricing and all that. And then you drive leads to it and you make sales every single day if you follow through with this course. Okay, so we have the blank page. I'll click on it and then I do what I cancel. Okay, so if I scroll by the left, this is the cover page that was designed for this particular course. Okay, even though it has its own custom cover page, but this is the one that was designed to guide. Okay, now once you have the cover page, the next thing, so we have a module on the cover page which will follow this particular course. Okay, to follow this particular course. So we have it here, designing a modern book cover, which is your cover page. Okay, so the next thing you look at is your copyright. It's important to put this, okay, so that it tells people that this product is copyrighted. You're not free to get it the way you want to get it, or maybe you try to go behind bars to get it, and then you start selling it as your own, making money from it. So it's copyrighted. That's the reason, that's the purpose of having this particular page. Okay, so after copywriting, the next you want to do is the content page. That's the table of content. This would help people, this would guide people in what they would expect in the course. Some of them may not be keen or may not be interested in going through the introduction and all that. Maybe there's a particular thing they want to learn there. And once it's listed on your content table of content, they can go directly to that page and get what they want, especially this generation Z, that everything is fast. All right, so once you have this, you can see what I did here. I was able to also put the social media platform. So if you want to go the extra mile of having presence online, you can have them on this below. So this is my own pattern, right? I'm not saying you should copy this pattern, right? But it's just the structure. I'm trying to use this to teach. Okay, yeah. So when I mean copy verbatim, right? Yeah. So then after this, the next thing, of course, is the introduction of your of the course. Okay, you need to introduce it. People need to flow. There's a need to flow into the course, right? So you don't just start with let's say like I gave a scenario of what the course was. Maybe somebody writing a course on how to kill dandruff. The first page is get a 2 spoons of water, get this, get aloe vera, get that and get that. It doesn't make sense, right? So even though for some people it's but some people they may just take it and that's it. But generally, people need to flow into, because some people may not even know they have dandruff. It's your introduction that will teach them. First of all, if I'm going to be writing a book on how to kill dandruff, right, or how to score an A in a particular exam, how to do that, how to do this. Okay, especially for me, what I usually love to do is to look at niches. Okay, we have these. We have the Japa niche now. It's a very big niche in this part of the world. Sorry, I'm using the word Japa. It means people trying to relocate. Okay, for people who just understand English only, right? Or rather, who are more familiar with English language. Okay, so there are a lot of words that are already away from the country. People like that can imagine them creating an ebook of how, a step-by-step approach on how to leave the country. That ebook will sell wonders. Okay, and think outside the box. Open your mind. It's important. Open your mind to opportunities. You may not be the one that is outside this country, but you may have people who are outside this country that can help you get such a book written, and then you share commissions. You come into partnership, right? So I'm even giving beyond what this course is, but I just have to open your mind, and this is also to let you know the value Like Minds and Founders Connect community is all about. This is why you need to give many people the opportunity to be part of this community. Okay, and while you're doing that, you're earning. Right? It's important because you understand what's happening around us currently. So we just need to build these extra streams of income. And these skills will remain with us for life, even if you leave this, even if you live wherever you are. I just want to generalize it because we are open to people in any part of the world getting these courses and being part of the community. So not centering on where this course is coming from or where it's being created. The online system creates an avenue for everybody to be significant, for anybody to share value and get value. The blockchain has created a one market system. So there are no discrimination right now. Do you understand? So there are a whole lot of ebooks you can create and start making money from today. Follow these courses step by step, and you would definitely come out with a testimony or have testimony. Okay, so like I said, so the first thing we are going to do now is so after introduction, like I said, you have already broken your courses into layouts, right? Into sub layouts. So into stages, into topics, into modules, right? So there are even businesses around you. There are courses that they need to help them do better. You've researched, you've observed. You can be of help. All of secondary schools around you, you can be of help. Now, see, the market is massive. It's just for you to put your head down and say, okay, there's an opportunity here. Let me do this and follow the step-by-step approach. Remember, we have a community where mentorship is also accessible. Okay? All right, so back to the course. All right, so the cover page. The cover page is another module, so you get it immediately after this course. But let's now do something. Let's create something like, let me show you how. Let me show you how this is created. Let me show you how this page is created. Okay, so what I would do now is to click on this page and click on the expansion page, and then since it's on 6, I'll just click on add. You see this add below, click on it. It's going to give you another empty page. I've clicked on it. Okay, good. So I can now have to work with this page 7 while referencing page 6. Do you understand? So what I will do, I will click on the X. Once you click on the X, wherever the pointer is where you will be. So I'm clicking on X. Good. So this is page 7 now. So let's go back now. This is page 6. Okay. So let's mimic what we have here so that you can. This is a smartphone. And that's why I said anybody can do this. You don't need to get a laptop to create your own course. From stage 1 to stage 2 of what I'll be teaching, that's exactly your smartphone is good enough. Okay, so the first thing we have here is we have a graphic design at the top. So let me just mimic it. What I will do is I'll go here. So you click on this plus button. Well, now if you click on this plus button, so there are a whole lot of items you can make use of. There's elements, gallery, upload, text, project. Now from these courses, you also understand that even the graphic course that was done on using a computer, right, a PC, you can also do the same with your smartphone, right? So we are in a situation where we can get more people access this knowledge so they can start benefiting. All right, so for us, we want pictures, we want photos. So I'll click on photo. Yeah, the good thing is from Canva, there are a whole lot of free photos you can use. Okay. So let's just search. This is a search bar. You can search for anything. So this course we want to create, like we said, we want to mimic. So let's say someone holding laptop. Just type somebody holding a laptop or a PC. I think that should be also good to go. Okay, so the pro version is for paid accounts, but when you just look closely, you see somebody. Yes, you can see this one. It's not paid. What do? I select it. So I've selected it. You can see it as shown on the page when editing. So the next thing I need to do is to push it to where I want it to be staged. Okay, so I just want this, and then I use, you see this button, this middle one with the purple border, this middle line will help you adjust the picture. So I'm adjusting it. I just want the laptop and this and the lady to show. Then we also have it at this double side. So I will just need to expand it to cover the A4 area. Perfect. Done. So we've just done something like this. Do you see? So the next thing I want to do is to do what? Add a logo. So for me to add a logo now, and because the logo should be on all pages, it's a form of copyright stamp too. Okay, so I click on plus, then I would look for upload. So when you click on upload, let's upload. I've clicked on upload. It will allow you to upload. It will allow you to upload a picture of your logo. Okay, so let's just pick anything. I'm going to pick this IBE that is signed here. I'm going to pick it. Let me pick it. I'm picking it. I've picked it. So it has come in as our logo. But you can let me even go back to there. Let me click on the plus again. Upload. So if you want to upload a file, click on upload file. Once you click it, it will take you to your file. You can now take your time to screenshot or to select the particular image you want to use. So I'll go back. Okay, so we've already selected. We go back to design, click on design, and then I go back. I don't need to click on, just go back. So when we take this to the edge here, this is the logo. So you can use anything there will pop up. Okay, so these two signs, the plus sign and the other sign with an arrow that is bent. The bent arrow is that you can rotate whatever you want. You can rotate it. While the plus sign with arrowhead around it is to move. So once I hold it, I can move the logo anywhere. If I use the other one, I can turn it anywhere. Okay, you can turn it anywhere. So back to 90 degrees. Just be careful, especially when you're turning anything. Correct. So I'm taking it back by clicking on the plus sign. So we have that logo there. It's there. It's not visible, but just to let you understand how to do it. So this logo is here. So then let's mimic this introduction. Okay, so what we need to do is text. Okay, so you move. So you remember I click the plus button. See text. I click on text. So I can either decide to choose any of these custom texts that are free. You can pay for this depending on where you are and depending on the process you want to go to. I think one of the, just to also help people who wants to go the pro fashion, maybe are in Nigeria, what you need to do, even though it will take a little time for them to verify your account. So there are some of these payment gateway. I won't mention names, but the one so far, but it took a lot of time to verify, and I've not really checked, is cheaper platform. I think they have a virtual dollar card, so you can buy black market, which is the rates close to the rate they give, rate for dollar, and then you fund your virtual card and pay. But I think when I was signing up, I was having this delay in I think it usually takes shorter, but I think the traffic and all that. Okay, so that's, by the way, I just had to chip this in. So those platforms that give virtual, I think cheaper. Every other ones, they've been disabled. There are some of the popular ones we know. They had this issue too, but I don't know. Some of maybe this particular platform I just mentioned, I think they have some other partnership that is helping them. Okay, so if you want a regular text, click on this, which is a custom text. So I picked the first one. Okay, so I can type introduction. Okay, I can type introduction. Then I do what? I can resize it. Okay, so to resize it, to make it smaller without having one side of the text coming down, you use the top pointer, this top white pointer. I hold it and then I can adjust it. But if you do use the other one by the right, okay, if you use the other one by right, it's going to now push. Sometimes you may need this when you want a text to go down. It's maybe too long. Okay, all right. So we do what? Okay, so the workspace is really flexible. You can expand by holding still your phone and using your hand to expand, or just the way you expand your pictures. So let's now take it up. So you know the word to click, right? The plus with the arrowhead. Introduction. So you can change this font to any desired font, right? So I think the next thing we need to do is to do what? Is to maybe add color. Maybe you want to change the font to yellow. You've clicked on yellow, that's changed. Okay, good. So work with that font, and then I clicked on that X. X is to cancel, right? So I want to add the next thing. So font size, font, and all that. Font is for you to change this particular font. Click on the font down, click on it. It's going to bring options. So if I click on Leaks pattern, it will change. Have you seen it has changed? Okay. So you can choose the best font. Let me leave it at Leaks pattern. Okay, good. So then the next thing we want to do, let's put a border behind it. Click outside. Once you click outside, you can now swap left or right. So let me swap left. Okay, so there's a border. So let's get the border. Let's expand it a bit more. So to expand is it the white pointer at the top. Okay, let's expand it a bit more. Good. Place it at the middle. So to get the middle lining, there's always a guide, which is those these purple lines that comes up. It will help you to get in the middle margins. All right, so let's put something behind that. So click on the plus sign. Then we'll go to elements. Click on elements, shapes, line and shapes. Under line and shapes, okay, so you can pick line from line and shape or recently used because I've used it before. But let's pick from line and shapes. I pick the rectangular shape. Okay, so I can adjust it. Okay, I can expand it. Then I can move it. Okay, so hold what you're supposed to hold and do what? Move it. Then I can adjust it a bit to come here. Mind you, sometimes it can now come on top of the introduction. Whenever that happens, what you need to do is to do what? Is to find position. So I moved to this by the right. I moved it by the left, so it's swapping by the left. Then I saw position, click on position. You can either choose forward it to come forward. Let's try it. I've clicked forward. Do you see it has come forward? Introduction is now backward. Of course, so it came out well, but whenever you have that situation, go to position. So I click on backward. It's not backward. Okay, so I cancel by clicking on the X. Alright, so this is done. We have our logo, we have our introduction. Then I click outside so that we can refer back. You see this line behind the introduction, they're just lines. Let me go back and add it so that you can see. So this is just me being creative, right? You just know what you want. So I click on the same plus button and then I go to elements. It's on elements, so there are lines. So I click on this straight line. Okay. Line is not thick enough. Okay. So actually what was used there is a shape that was minimized. So when we delete, you see the delete bin, click on it, it's deleted. I go back to the plus and then I pick a shape. I've picked the same shape. So you can see how I can adjust this shape to be one small line, one thick line. Correct. Exactly. So I can change the color. Click on color. So I clicked on color. Let me change it to white, right? I picked white. Change to white and cancel. Then I move it down to have you seen it? So I can decide to what? Adjust it. So we can even keep this as a design, not necessarily we having to follow verbatim what we have here. Okay. This can be a design. Okay. Our logo is there. This is already there. So for text, it's simple. The same thing. Click on the plus button. Go to text. Click on text. And you can select this smaller tap text to add to a page. So we can choose this. This is subheading, bigger subheading, smaller subheading, and the last one can be used to type your course. So I can decide to type do you know that building wealth comes from god. Your determination. And the purpose. Of course, some people, there's a purpose for everything, so full stop. Okay, so we can adjust a bit. So we can adjust to the size. Okay, then we can expand to move it at the top. Okay, so this is centered, and that's not what we want. We want it to start at the first margin. Okay, so we what we do is to pick it then back. Yeah, so what you do is format. You go to format, which is the B. You're seeing B, right? Click on it. So we want it to start, not to be centered, right? So I've clicked on the right margin format. So I click on X. Okay, so I can position this here. Okay, so if I want to expand this, I can expand it by clicking this particular. So once I click on this to expand, let me reduce the size a bit. Okay, so I think this is fine. So that's how I can write my course, put what I've shown you how to put sub design, and make it look good. So we started something here, right? The same way with the borders. Then these social icons, they are all in Elements. So if I click this, this plus, that plus, I go to Element, I can search for social icons in Elements, social icons, I may not even put social icon, just type Facebook. So I can pick them, type them one after the other. Okay. Correct. So I can pick anyone here, depending on the color or what I want. I need to be either I adjust it. Okay, and then I put it wherever I want to put it. So whatever element you want, go to the element and search it. Okay, search it. So I think this is what basically we've covered everything was done here. This design behind the LMFA logo is also, you can get it from Element. You can type tech, you see some nice design. Just be, it's a search engine. Search for whatever you want, whatever design you want, and put it. Okay. Then let's the same thing we did here was also done here. So you can bold it, but I think it's just to bold one particular text so that you can see how to bold that is not here. It's just that these pictures are bigger, so you can set up your pictures. These are personal designs, so you can do it. So let me just bold this thing. All I need to do is to hold still to that particular image and do what? Hold it and copy it. Okay, so I want to stop here. Okay, so that's been selected. Okay. Okay, so you can select something. Try. You can select. Okay, basically to have anything bold, um, you can actually bold anything by going to select the text, that particular text, particular bold text. You go back to text, then you pick this first one. This is bold, so I can adjust it. Okay, so this is now bold. I want it to be the headline. So you use the first one to do those bolded. Okay, so simple. You select the bold text and use it in the place of if you're looking for anything, you want to bold anything. Okay, like this. All right. So what else do we okay, so I think transparency is just to reduce the visibility of anything you select. Okay, so that's actually, I don't think there's any other thing I need to show you here. That is okay, so what you do, you can always decide to check out, but this is simple, just like we have to check out any of these other options below. Okay, so with this we can create any course that we want. Okay, so maybe within this area now you want to add an image, you can go here and search for photos. Maybe I want to add millionaire. Just search for millionaire. Show them my page. So, but we want something that is premium. Okay, so let me just search for money. Good. So we already have some pictures. Let me just pick this one. Okay, so you can adjust it a little, and you can, you know how those textbooks, you have pictures around it, so if there's something you want to be represented, you can do it, and then you have your text around it. Okay, so I can copy this text now and duplicate it. Duplicated. I can move this. Since it's duplicated, right? I can click on this hold at this edge side and make it to come up like this. Okay, so whatever I'm writing here, I can write and leave this space. Okay, so whatever you're writing, you can represent images. You can even use your system to create graphs. People who wants to go the extra mile, use Excel sheet to create graphs. Whatever you have, maybe your target market is students, create graphs. Maybe it's investment, you create graphs, charts, and all that. You put it while describing your course. Okay, so I can also duplicate this again. This icon with the plus and two rectangular shape, click on it to duplicate. I bring it here again. Or I continue to write to the top one. Okay, hold the edge. Just hold the edge, then adjust. once you hold the edge until it brings out that circular shape, you've not held it. Okay, but once it brings out the circular shape with shadow behind it, you know that you can adjust it freely. Okay, so we can continue to write and have our image expanded. Simple. So I can have page 1. Okay, put a shape. I've put a shape, so you know how to put. If I want to duplicate the shape now, I select it, I duplicate it. It's duplicated. I can drag this one down. So you hold the symbols for dragging, hold it, and then I can drag it down to give it that, expand it. You can see it's behind, is in front of the social media icon. What do I need to do? I can go to position down. So you remember I swapped position and I take it to what? Backward. I click backward. Yes, so I have then I click outside. I have my shape, my social icon. There now. Can reduce the size a bit more. Okay. So you can basically place it wherever you want to place it. Footer. Okay, so I think with this we are okay, we are good. Alright, so you can actually create different images and different pages with this. So I'll stop here. I don't want this to be too long. Okay. At least I've been able to show you how to import pictures. Okay. Alright. So this is how to create a course.